Hey YouTube, today I'm starting off with, uh, today we're doing a really simple applesauce recipe, and by that I mean really easy. All we're going to do is cut the apples up, take out the cores, even leave the skins on. It doesn't really matter because once you cook them down, you can easily blend it in a blender or a Vitamix. So I'm just going to go ahead and we'll get started on making really simple applesauce. I'm working with about 9 pounds of apples, but of course you can have double or half the amount and it'll be fine. It's just a matter of how many jars you'll need at the end. I'm going to assume I will need about 6 jars. I'm going to assume I'll need about 6 quart jars, but we'll see as we go on. Okay, so here are the apples all chopped up, ready to go in the pot. So I'm going to go ahead and dump them in the pot and turn on the stove to medium high. And I'll show you what that looks like. So you can see here my pot is overflowing, as you can see, with apples. So I'm just going to go ahead and take some of these apples out and put them in a second pot and cook them separately, just because I don't want to overflow anything. So I ended up putting about 3 cups of water in this big pot, and I'm just putting 1 cup in this. And this pot has a measurement inside, and it seems to say 7 US cups or 1.5 liters at about that line there. I'm going to go ahead and let them simmer and maybe for about 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes till they get nice and soft. I'll put a lid on both of them so they could cook up faster. Okay guys, so this cooked for about 15 to 20 minutes and the stove was more than ready to be turned off. So I'm just going to go ahead and add about 2 teaspoons of cinnamon to this. And at this point, you can, of course, add whatever you'd like to this mix here, whether that be a little bit of lemon juice, steam, whether that be a little bit of lemon juice, or if you want to add sugar, you can go ahead and do that now too. Stir it in completely. But what I'm going to do now is, because I know that some people like chunky applesauce, but I will say that 100% pureed applesauce is going to be accepted by everybody in my household. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this in my Vitamix right now and blend it up for about a minute or so. And I'll show you what that looks like. It's going to have a nice red hue to it because I left the skins, and all the, the nutrients in the skins too will be added to this applesauce. Plus, why waste your time peeling skins when you can just blend it up? It's nice and soft. It purees very nicely. You'll never be able to tell the difference. Okay, so I'm just gonna blend it up fine. You can see how it's got that kind of red hue to it. That's what it looks like. Pretty hot. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in jars. It was literally less than 10 seconds. I'll be back. Okay, so I'm gonna try to go ahead and pour this neatly. Okay, so just below the neckline there. I'm going to go ahead and puree the rest that was in that other pot. I'll be right back. Okay, this is the rest. I just want to share while I'm canning these up. This is a Country Classics brand name lid. Now, I bought a dozen jars the other day and they were about 60% off. So I thought it was a great deal because it was only maybe $12 or something for a dozen mason jars with the lids. But it turns out like the rings are fine because nobody cares about rings. It doesn't matter as long as it closes, you're good. But the lids are really important. And this brand name, I could honestly say, was terrible. My lids failed on, I think, about 3 out of my 6 jars that I had canned milk. Yes, you can can milk, and maybe I'll show in another video. But in any case, 3 of my lids failed with this particular brand name, and I've never had that problem before, really. So it's not something, I mean, lids can fail you, but I've never really had that problem. And so this is a Kerr brand name lid, and I bought this box of lids, and you can get them. I just wanted to share. You can buy these brand name lids at the Dollarama, and this is a regular size mouth lid, so it can fit on pint jars and quart jars that are the normal regular jars. The quart and pint jars that have mouths that size, that have like kind of like a more narrow neck, as compared to the quart and pint jars that have a wider mouth. These are called wide mouth jars. So you can get wide mouth lids and the regular lids at the Dollarama. Okay, so I've got 4 of these quart jars pretty much filled up, and I'm just going to go ahead and put these in my Waterbath canner here. I'm going to add some more jars to this of a different recipe, which I will show you in a different video. But in the meantime, these guys will sit here and they will all Waterbath can for 15 minutes once I get to a rolling boil. So here it is, the applesauce. I love how it's got that slightly red look to it because of the skins. And it made 4 quarts. This is a really fast way to process apples and to get all the nutrition out of it at the same time. So that's everything for now. Thank you for watching, and God bless you. Hopefully see you in the next video.